The Legio IX Hispana, the Ninth Legion, was Rome's most elite fighting forces. Raised by Julius Caesar himself, these battle-hardened veterans spent over a century expanding the empire across Gaul, Africa, and Britannia. To understand the Ninth, we have to look at the sheer scale of a Roman legion. It was effectively a mobile city. The corps consisted of about 5,000 heavily armed citizen infantry, but they never marched alone. When you add in the attached auxiliary regiments, cavalry, archers, and specialized non-citizen troops, the total fighting force swelled to nearly 10,000 men. In the year 108 AD, the Ninth Legion was hard at work on the northern frontier. They are officially recorded rebuilding the massive stone gateway of the legionary fortress at York in modern-day England. That inscription is the last undisputed trace of them. This is the Colonnetta Maffei, a stone pillar from Rome carved around 165 AD. It functions as an official military registry, listing every active legion in the empire. You'll find the 2nd, the 3rd, the 6th, and the 10th. The 9th is completely missing. Somewhere between that gate in York and the carving of that pillar, a 10,000-man military apparatus vanished from the imperial paperwork without a single official explanation. For over a century, historians pointed to the wild, unconquered north of Britannia as the site of the Ninth's demise. The traditional 19th century theory posited that the legion marched north into the mists of Caledonia, modern Scotland, or was caught in a massive uprising by the local Brigantes tribe and slaughtered in the dark. This idea of a desperate last stand in northern Britain took hold in the public consciousness. It spawned popular novels and Hollywood films about a legion swallowed by the fog. The problem with that theory lies in the Roman administrative records. If the legion was annihilated in Britain shortly after 108 AD, its leadership should have died with it. But we have records of specific senatorial officers who served as tribunes in the Ninth Legion, going on to govern provinces and hold consulates well into the 140s. Furthermore, while the Roman state tried to suppress embarrassing news, it still documented major military catastrophes. When 3 legions were wiped out in the Teutoburg Forest, the loss was recorded. Yet there is total silence from Roman historians regarding a catastrophe in Britain during this period. A massacre in the Scottish Highlands makes for compelling fiction, but the documented careers of its officers prove the legion did not die in the mists. If they didn't die in Britain, the search moves across the English Channel to Germania Inferior in the modern-day Netherlands. Archaeologists excavating a Roman fortress at Nijmegen unearthed roof tiles and a silver-plated bronze pendant. They bore the official stamped seal of the Ninth Legion, and the geological context dated them squarely between 104 and 120 AD. This find points to a vexillation, a specialized detachment of troops separated from the main legion for specific duties. The Nijmegen discovery tells us a substantial portion of the Ninth Legion crossed the Channel, taking up a post on the Rhine frontier. The physical evidence of their tools and metals in Germany shatters the British myth. The Ninth was an active, mobile asset being redeployed by the Empire. Since they survived their tour in Germany, we have to look to the opposite end of the Empire to find where their trail finally ends. The first eastern suspect is the Bar Kokhba revolt, which erupted in Judea in 132 AD. This was a grueling, protracted conflict where the Romans suffered massive casualties, leading historians to suspect the Ninth was sent as reinforcements and destroyed. The second candidate is the Parthian War in Armenia, which broke out in 161 AD. Cassius Dio recorded that during this war, an entire unnamed Roman legion was surrounded and annihilated by Parthian horse archers at Elegia. But destruction on the battlefield isn't the only way a legion disappears. There's an administrative possibility. A battered legion suffering heavy losses from constant redeployments wouldn't necessarily fight to the last man. It could be quietly disbanded, merging surviving soldiers with another depleted unit to form what the Romans called a gemina, or twin legion. Whether they were cut down by Parthian arrows in the Armenian desert, or simply erased by Roman quartermasters streamlining a spreadsheet, the Ninth likely met its end through the brutal, unglamorous realities of imperial management. We will likely never find a definitive answer, largely because the Roman state was designed to ignore absolute failures. Official monuments celebrated victory and forward momentum, leaving no room for the embarrassing details of a lost unit. But human psychology abhors a vacuum. When the historical record goes quiet, our imagination rushes in to fill the void. Rome's refusal to write down the final chapter of the Ninth is exactly what birthed the romantic myth of a doomed last stand in the Scottish mists. The imperial bureaucracy may have successfully erased their name from the stone registers, but by vanishing without a trace, the soldiers of the Ninth Legion achieved an immortality in our collective memory that no other legion ever could.